Hi everyone, welcome again to this 30-day series of Power BI. This is the day 5th, and in this video I will demonstrate you about different types of visualization that are present in Power BI, what is custom visual, and we will understand visual and best practices and explain each in respect of Power BI. In the end, I will give you uh, a demo of a Power BI report which will showcase your visual. So let's get started with charts and graph. So charts are different types in the Power BI. You can see that in the visualization pane that we have over here. There are different types of charts present. So let's understand it one by one. Bar chart is something that displays categorical data with rectangular bars. If you know about bar charts that you have studied in your school days, like histogram, etc., and it is very useful for the companies having categorical data. It its best practice is to use for discrete data um, for comparing and ensuring bars are sorted logically. Next type of chart we have is the line charts. Line charts display the continuous kind of data because it is mainly focused on showing the time specific trends over the period of time, and the best it will show is the data trends over periodically, annually, or monthly, quarterly, etc. It is ideal for showing the time series data, and it is used for the continuous data and highlight trends by using markers or different line styles. Next, we have another category that is pie chart. Pie chart shows the parts of whole. It is best for displaying the percentage or proportional data, and it limit to a few slices to avoid clutter and ensure readability. Uh, it is used to categorize different kinds of different parts of the data, so it makes the visual more appealing and more understandable. So that is the best part about pie chart, that it does not clutter so much kind of data, but it can show very much side of the data by limiting its view. Then next category we have tables and matrices. Tables and matrices displays the data in tabular format similar to Excel and spreadsheet, and it is used for detailed data inspection, and it ensures columns are sorted and formatted for readability. The matrix is similar to the table but allows for grouping the data by rows and columns. The best practice for these are to use for pivot table like summarize and include subtotal for better insights. Then we have gauges. Gauges is something that display processes towards a goal. Like I have a goal for a company that is set to 1,000, and if it is met or not, we can display it using gauge. The best practice for this is to display a single matrix within a specific range and ensure that range and target are clearly defined. Next, we have card visual. The visual is something that highlights a single value such as total or key performance indicator. The best practice for the important metrics and position them prominently on dashboard. Next we have map visuals that are present over here. It displays the geographical data on the map, and if you want to use spatial data and ensure geographical points are accurate and maps are uncluttered, then we can use the map visual. Next we have slicer. Slicer are something that we use for filtering our data, suppose on the basis of particular kind of condition, and it allows for interactive filtering, and uh, it is basically used to slice and dice the data on the basis of user selection. Then we have the custom visuals. Custom visual is something that if you don't want to use any kind of visual from these out of these, then you can use a custom visual. Usually custom visuals are not recommended as custom visual are not Microsoft authorized first of all, and I always find that custom visuals have found in the past are not as reliable as its sort of inbuilt features and Power BI, so you know that they don't transfer very well to the iPad and iPhones, etc. They also don't have an enable you to have a custom colors or the colors palette because they are so rigid that uh, that we cannot customize them. And you also want to that they are not robust because they are not as outsourced, they because they are not Microsoft built. You know that then update can happen some Power BI in some Power BI and they need to update it as well, because if we have to update a Power BI, we have to update the custom visual as well manually. So and there is very much delay in a few things after importing the custom visual, and uh, so basically I use one of them, and I don't use custom visual so often. So now let's move on to our report in which I will show you different kinds of data visualization that we have used, and we'll give you a demo. So I have this report which shows uh, the review uh, of a product, and you can see that we have a categorical data over here that is shown in the bar chart, and uh, we have a rating distribution on the basis of the rating of the customer. You can see in the left side of the pane there is a product brand that we can choose of. These are called slicers, and over here we can see that we have a card visual which shows the total number of reviews that we have got. Then we have buttons over here. If recommendation status is yes or no, that will change how our report will look like in the data in that report, because it has sliced on the basis of these buttons. I'll show you a next report which will showcase all of the pie chart, line chart, and let's move on to the next report. So here is a uh, social search engine optimization report that has the cards over the top of this report, which will show the total amount spent by per user, the impression, the clicks and CTR percentage, CPM percentage. So card visual that I have told you a few minutes ago, it shows the sum of something or a particular value that we want to show. Now we can see that there is a line chart which displays a spend or by dates. So what I have told you previously that the line chart displays the data on the basis of the time graph. Each and every line chart that you can see is distributed on the basis of the dates. Next we have the pie chart over here. It has a categorical data like Google Ads and Twitter ads, Quora ads, and because of that, what are the data that is coming out is shown over here. So we can see a very elaborated view of each and every ad that is present over here. So pie chart is usually used for this. Next we have uh, next we have a matrix over here that shows the source of the ads that we have and all of the details of each ad associated with it. Then we can see the categorical data over here in the bar charts that is showing CPC and CPM rate by campaign type. You can see that both of the chart contain the categorical data based on the different ad brands. Now it is a slicer. On the basis of these slicer, we can slice and dice our data set and data will change accordingly. In the bottom, we also have the matrix visual which shows each and every aspect of our data. So that's it for today's video. Stay tuned for the next upcoming videos. Thanks.